unlawful assembly, participation in unauthorized demonstrations, incitement to violence, organizing unlawful protest, destruction of public property, arson, malicious damage to property, aiding and abetting unlawful acts, unlawful possession of ammunition, unlawful possession of tear gas canisters. Investigation to identify additional financiers and mobilizers of the protest and arraign them before the court are ongoing. I submit, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I submit.
Yes, the first shot goes to the questioner. Kimani, you are satisfied? If you are, we give way to somebody else.
I think the statement is quite comprehensive, but we really urge the National Police Service to make sure there is protection of lives and property. The rights of protesters should be protected, but so should the rights of the other citizens. And this issue of attacking people, their persons, their personal property because of a national matter must really come to an end. It's very, very unfortunate, and we're hoping that the minister will put all effort necessary to make sure, yes, as much as the rights of the protesters are protected, the properties and the rights of other citizens are protected as well. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Robert Mbui. Let me have Robert Mbui before I come to you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I do sympathize, of course, with the rights of people being trampled on and the property that is destroyed. But, Mr. Speaker, I would like to ask the CS, because he's been on record on these matters, how will you deal with the police officers that would shoot demonstrators when it is on record that none other than the President, yourself, and a high-ranking member of this House have actually given instructions, shoot on sight, to our police officers?
KJ.
Honorable Speaker, I thank you. And I must commend Waziri for the response that he's made to the House. And Mr. Speaker, allow me, we might not be, as a country, we should not be like the warthog to forget too quickly. I think there is commendation that needs to go to Waziri, being the most immediate former Minister for Sports, for being able to play a part in delivering CHAN, in delivering the elections at FKF, getting us a good team, and the results that we are seeing. Waziri, you deserve some accolades for the work you did in your short stint as Minister for Sports. We are seeing the results. Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, as Waziri has indicated, the Dagoretti South constituency received a disproportionately higher share of the violence, especially on the 25th of June last year, 25th of June this year, and on the 7th, Sabasaba, and in part because being in Nairobi, when there are protests in the city, some of our officers are deployed in the city center, and some of our institutions are left exposed. But Mr. Speaker, I want to commend Waziri because immediately on the following day, he was in Dagoretti, he was on the ground, he made responses, and my question is in two parts. My question is, would Waziri tell us what it shall take for us to get officers at Mudhoa Police Station? Mudhoa Police Station is not too far away from Dagoretti Police Station. Dagoretti Police Station carries our name, but administratively it is in Kikuyu. However, in the absence of Kengongo, which we call Dagoretti Police Station, that whole area now is totally exposed. But the people of the area have given land. The constituency, through NGCDF, has already constructed a police post as Mudhoa. These police posts would serve as a good center for security officers if only some officers would be deployed to the Mudhoa Police Station and a beefing up of Martini Police Station. So, Mr. Speaker, because the stations are already complete, I just need to know from Waziri, what shall it take to have police officers deployed to Mudhoa Police Station and the beefing up of police officers and police equipment like cars to Martini Police Station? I really thank you, Mr. Speaker, for allowing me to joyride on this question. Thank you very much.
Minister. Hold, Minister, hold. Mkunji.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, I'm one of those people that were arrested during Sabasaba. And Honorable Speaker, I was on my way, trying to make my way through Thika Road, and police officers, close to 40 of them, from nowhere came, arrested me without telling me exactly what I have done. They intimidated me, took me to a police station in Gatundu, and without even writing anything in the OB, Honorable Speaker, I was put in a cell alone. Anybody who came inside to ask whether I'm in that place, Honorable Speaker, was told I'm not around. And it's until around 7 p.m. when I heard people shouting outside that, Honorable Speaker, I shouted from the cell to say, Honorable Speaker, that I'm in that police station without knowing exactly what has been written. Honorable Speaker, I have listened to the CS. And Honorable Speaker, I feel sad because while his statement...
Ask him a question.
Yes, while
It's
his
question
statement
time.
is talking of some sort of hard work he's doing, there is a use of this issue of demonstrations to fight against some political opponent. Honorable Speaker, I want to ask Waziri to be genuine on matters to do with fighting criminals. And Honorable Speaker, I want you to know, I want to actually Waziri to tell me under what circumstance are people who are found in demonstrations, and it happens that during demonstrations there happens to be destruction of property, and I'm not void to say pole to anybody who has lost property during this time. But Honorable Speaker, there is a squeeze and a push on intimidation.
You are making a statement instead of asking a question. This is question
I'm
time.
getting to the question, Honorable
I've
Speaker.
given you time to ask him a question.
I want to ask Waziri whether, while he is giving statistics, and I have seen many young people in Kahawa being charged with terrorism. Of course, that is a case that is under court and cannot be discussed. But, Honorable Speaker, I want to ask, is he genuine to actually push for such enormous charges? Charges that we know, Honorable Speaker, are charged to people like Osama bin Laden, Honorable Speaker.
Osama bin Laden
was
never charged anywhere.
But he is a terrorist, we know that, and Al-Shabaab and other
We
people.
have no evidence.
Kahawa Law Court is known to be a special court.
Yes.
When you're taken there, Honorable Speaker, it means you are either being charged with terrorism or drug trafficking, Honorable Speaker. I want to ask Waziri to be genuine and make sure that while he is fighting on these matters to do with clear demonstrations and clean demonstrations, he is not using it against political opponents, and he is not being misused to fight political opponents, Honorable Speaker.
Minister, you can answer that now.
Mr. Speaker, let me first start by appreciating the questions raised and thank Honorable Kimani for reiterating that we must put a lot of effort to protect both protesters and those who do not want to engage in protest by ensuring that their properties are safe. Mr. Speaker, sorry, I'm trying to open a document somewhere, but I'll come to that later. Mr. Speaker, on the question of, and therefore I take the comment from the Honorable Kimani very seriously. Number two is, Mr. Speaker, yes, I'm now there. The Speaker, on the, how do you deal with police officers who shoot and kill people, as Honorable Robert Mbui has raised? And first of all, let me say that the Constitution and the law provides for instances of limitation of the right to life. And Mr. Speaker, it's very clear from the Constitution and also from the law. I issued a directive to the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Speaker, my first of that kind, which is the directive, Mr. Speaker, I was trying to look for, which is a policy directive number 1 of 2015 on the use of force and the use of firearm. Mr. Speaker, in this directive, I made it clear in writing to reiterate what I verbally pronounced when I was in Kikuyu, that police officers have a right to protect themselves when their lives are in danger or when the life of any citizen of this country is in danger. Mr. Speaker, I also explained how they can use force, why they must not use excessive force where there is no danger to life. And I further also explained, Mr. Speaker, what measures we should take, National Police Service should take in this directive to the Inspector General of Police, which include, Mr. Speaker, deploying only officers that are mentally sound, that, Mr. Speaker, are not undergoing any stressful incidences or may have mental health challenges. I also said, Mr. Speaker, protective gear must be given to police officers. Further, I also explained that it is necessary for the National Police Service working together with the Attorney General to ensure that they protect police officers who may be sued or investigated, Mr. Speaker, as a result of protecting themselves or protecting their lives. Mr. Speaker, we have commenced that process, and all the police officers who are facing investigations and were charged for using force or firearm while they were performing their lawful duties, Mr. Speaker, now have a right to be represented by the Attorney General or lawyers from the National Police Service. Mr. Speaker, therefore, I made the statement consciously, knowing that the responsibility to hold police officers accountable is with the IPOA, and this is the ministry that has a policy responsibility to ensure that police officers are responsible. In our Jukwaa la Usalama forum, where we have been meeting all the OCSs in every county, and the sub-county commanders and the county commanders and county security teams, I have also made it clear that the police officers should be respectful to the people of Kenya, should not apply excessive force, and they should protect themselves, Mr. Speaker, when their lives are in danger. I know this conversation is at the context of a peaceful environment, or rather peaceful areas like Nairobi and other parts. But when I went to places like Samburu, Tana River, Turkana, Elgeyo Marakwet, Baringo, this conversation changes because the life-threatening environment that the police officers operate, Mr. Speaker, suddenly the use of force becomes something else, especially if you are in the border of Kitui and Tana River and you're facing serious acts of banditry with very armed characters invading police stations and targeting civilians. You quickly see, even political leaders, their perspective of use of force changes quickly when you take them to Malaso Valley or Lapendera or other parts of this country. So, Mr. Speaker, the directive I gave is uniform. It's not just for protests, for all instances that police may face that situation. So, to Honorable Mbui, I am very conscious. As a lawyer, I'm very aware of my constitutional responsibilities, and I made sure that I put it in writing so that any citizen that wants to hold me accountable or before a court of law or parliament can pick the policy directive and quickly, Mr. Speaker, hold me to account. On the question of Mudua Police Station, first of all, let me thank my friend Honorable KJ, because, Mr. Speaker, we are both sports enthusiasts. And so he's reminding me of my short stint in the sports sector, and maybe use that opportunity to tell him that he should help us to make sure that the fans on Sunday will, as much as possible, obey the CAF rules, because we love football. And I'm very happy with the work that was done by Honorable Ababu and what is being done by Honorable Mvurya going forward. The Speaker, on the police station, I think I want to promise the Honorable Member that this is, once you've built a police station and it is available for us to support and deploy police officers, although we are facing strength challenges as we wait for the recruitment, we can have a conversation together, and we can facilitate a conversation between you and the office of the IG to see if we can make some deployment to that police station so that it can support the Dagoretti area, Dagoretti police station area. Kingongo, is it? Yes, the Kingongo area, Mr. Speaker, for the time being, because what people don't know, and I wonder why at many times, human rights activists and many people are questioning police officers. They're not talking about these things. The Dagoretti police station, when it was banned, the police line was banned, where police officers were living with their families. And everything they had was razed down. In fact, most of the police officers jumped the fence, behind the fence there, and they were rescued by community on the other side and protected. Mr. Speaker, therefore, most of those police officers are traumatized. We had to take them for counseling and give them a break. Mr. Speaker, I know then the jurisdiction that was being covered by that police station is now void. And we can work together with the Member of Parliament from Dagoretti, even though the other side is Kikuyu constituency in Kiambu County. Police officers don't have to have county boundaries if they are enforcing the law to make sure that they protect the people. So we can have that conversation with the IG and support Honorable KJ upon completion of my presence here. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Mukunji has raised an issue that is personal to him on a matter that is alive in court. Mr. Speaker, I am very restrained to say much because I am sure that Honorable Mukunji understands that I am not the judge and he has a choice to either prosecute his case here in Parliament or prosecute it in a court of law. And therefore, opening a gun of worms can possibly, Mr. Speaker, prejudice the trial, which involves fair trial on his part. But suffice to note, Mr. Speaker, that the National Police Service do not arrest anyone for political reasons because the IG is not a politician. Neither is the DCI a politician, nor the National Police Service is not a political party. So, Mr. Speaker, there is no political scores to be settled. Mr. Speaker, they just do their job independently and constitutionally to make sure that, Mr. Speaker, the people of Kenya are protected. No, Mr. Speaker, I am sufficiently informed, Mr. Speaker, and as per the standing orders, yes, I cannot be informed.
You are not a debater in this House.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Yes. Mr. Speaker, lastly is to say that, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, what's your point of order?
Is the minister in order to say policemen don't arrest politicians, while in last Parliament, it is clear and is on record, crying that he was being harassed by the regime then at that time, and that his people then were being harassed and arrested by policemen. Is he in order, Honorable Speaker?
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, the Cabinet Secretary is not here as a former senator. He is here in his capacity as the Cabinet Secretary. So, Mr. Speaker, and I'm not here to answer my own questions. I ask questions that are asked by the Cabinet Secretaries. Mr. Speaker, and so I am...
Leave history to history books.
Yes, so we've come through all that, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, just to use that opportunity, without really delving to the case of Honorable Mukunji, to remind the House that, Mr. Speaker, Prevention of Terrorism Act in section 3? Sorry, I had to Google because I was not prepared for it. Section 2, Mr. Speaker, on the part of definitions, define a terrorism act, Mr. Speaker, to be one, it says means an act or a threat of action which involves the use of violence against a person, endangers the life of a person other than the person committing the action, creates a serious risk to the health and safety of the public or